How I wish the movie ended. Get crowbarred, Butch. If you think that Fredbear's looks like this, you may as well think the unwithered animatronics look like this. You think he told Matt Pat the entire Five Nights at Freddy's lore? He did. Or did he? What are these tights? How disgusting. She's 5 years old. This is actually an official product. Acceptable for me. Only the security puppet has stripes on their upper arms. A close-up of the final frame of Lefty's interview jump scare shows both the puppet's neck in Lefty's mouth and a glimpse of its head behind the left eye. The puppet is upright inside Lefty, so its stripes are showing on the upper arm of the puppet inside Lefty. It must be the security puppet. Lefty ate a decoy. Look, Dad, more Five Nights at Freddy's stuff here. I want that poster. That one. But who's that? Oh, I see. Meanwhile, in an alternate universe, after all these years, finally, my time has come too. I want a divorce. Noah, what do you mean Noah? Later that day, Ennard from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. 1. Neek endoskeleton. 2. Lures you underground and uses someone else's voice in this, baby. 3. Scooper is somewhere nearby, he uses it himself. 4. Trick with disappearing into the victim's entrails. Five Nights at Freddy's sister location ending. 5. Tries to imitate people. 6. Is inside everyone. He said so himself in the teaser. Mimic from Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Ruin. 1. Neek endoskeleton. Books, or ruin. 2. Lures you underground and uses someone else's voice in this. Gregory. 3. Scooper is somewhere nearby, uses it against him. 4. Trick with disappearing into the victim's entrails. Books. 5. Tries to imitate people. 6. Is inside everyone, controls all glam rocks. Hoi, listen up. Me be wanting to apologize for yeah cactus, N for the chess pieces. Got some booty to make up for it though. Confirmed in Universe Indie Games. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Unfinished 4th game, Night Terrors. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. When it comes to being a criminal, she must be well dressed. Fazbear Entertainment makes great decisions. Yes, I'm sure no kids will be scared. We should totally make a VR horror game out of our family-friendly company. When I was a kid, I legit thought Toy Freddy was doing like the puppy eyes when he comes into the office. When the bite is 87, blood warning. It wasn't him, Jess. Why in the movie Spring Bonnie have purple accessories, but Golden Freddy has bulk ones? I'd rather have them sexualize Charlotte Emily from the books. I have a thing for robot girls. Charlie in the books is ducking 17 years old. Why the duck do you think that sexualizing a minor is a good idea? Because it's not, obviously. You're so disgusting. Me being escorted out of my Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria business conference where I pitched my character Big Bad Ballerina. This is man looks ugly, but he has more butches than you. Lose a face, hand, and an arm. Or, draw 25. Funtime Foxy when Kana becomes night guard for 6th time in row. She remembers every drop. Michael Afton is so heat and these are the only canonical images of him. I built a clown robot. Just for me right. Just for me right. My parents arguing each other's. Me wondering why LBS is short for pounds. Delt is for stupid people. Be intelligent. Just come back. There are 5 kids and 3 chairs. What do? Get 2 more chairs. Kill 2 kids. Force them to all sit on the floor. You only need 1 chair to beat them all with. I would never be near children. Cut each chair in half to make 6. Tell them to get their own chairs. Make them fight for their seat. Kill 5 kids. I'm on a dinner date. What do I say? He's so cute, and I'm nervous. You're a lot like the Stitch Wraith. All stitches, no butches. About to mess up some old Ace Pizzeria for $50. Wish me luck. Day 1 of retirement. Wake up and Ali asks if we can play a video game. Sure bud. What should we play? Please send help. You. The guy she tells you not to worry about. So when do I get to tell everyone what you've told me? That's the neat part. You don't. Springtrap simps when I told them that simping for a child mere dear that is a freaking rotten corpse makes you mental ill and necrophile. The power about to reach 0%. Me about to reach 6 AM. Glam Rock Freddy. Literally every other incarnation of Freddy Fazbear. When the spider you lost in your room shows up again. So you've come back to fight again. Coward. POV. Nightmare Foxy gets to your closet and kills you in the first hour. Nightmare Foxy, I'm only human after all. You guys always act like you're better than me. Gregory, do you see the small vent on the floor? Have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory? You need to vent. I know it will be hard for you to be sus, but I know you can do it, Gregory. Steel Wool. Five Nights at Freddy's security breach having exploits. Invisible walls. What gives people feelings of power, money, status, getting to run over Mapbot? Golden Freddy. Fredbear. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. 2-year-olds. They're the same picture. Fred is being a good pizzeria. William Afton. Glam Rock Freddy helps you get out of the pizzaplex. He lets you control him. He called you his superstar. Tell me the point of Five Nights at Freddy's World. Or draw 25. Having fun playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Learning the lore. Springlocks. William Afton. Five Nights at Freddy's just being a scary game. Matt Pat and his theories. Five Nights at Freddy's security breach being bad because it was rushed. Five Nights at Freddy's community. It's Steel Wool's fault. Looking left cause you didn't treat me right. Looking right cause you left me. The Puppet. All stories about Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott, I will kill you if you do that. Nobody. Shaggy Afton finding out Michael is trying to undo all his wrongdoings. Are you challenging me? Oh Freddy of security breach, what is your wisdom, Jimmy? Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Scott Cawthon. They're the same picture. I kill 5 kids. I get away with it. They come back and kill me in a springlock suit. They come back and kill me in a springlock suit. Madpot. Actually perfect Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Five Nights at Freddy's movie changes everything in the lore. Look at these kids playing together. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. William Appleton is dead. Homer lay off the stuff. Be a good brother. Or draw 25. I need ideas for Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. Add me in. Make me a secret character. Make sure we're in it. Me explaining Five Nights at Freddy's lore. This is okay. You find someone who agrees with you in Five Nights at Freddy's lore. But this, they disagree with one thing. Makes me go ballistic. They disagree with one thing. Me and the boys at 12 AM. I didn't know Snaptrap was such a gentleman. I always cram on her back, never on her face. Why would Freddy Fazbear do that? Is he stupid? I had sexual intercourse with your mother. Freddy Fazbear. Five Nights at Freddy's fandom be like. Mess with one of us. You mess with all of us. F is for Fred is common to get yeah. U is for you ask rude. N is for nowhere for you to hide at all. Trapped here in the old Freddy's. POV. You're Henry in hell and you ask to drink. No. Me when I see a child. Your mom. When I actually wake up early. You can't. Me after playing too much Five Nights at Freddy's. Birthday kid watching as his birthday cake falls out of Rax's stomach hatch covered in 2 liters of cram from the last customer. Little kid at the Pizzaplex watching me run on stage and start clicking Rax's feet. 8 so both are neat and completely covered in oil. Who's winning the trek off? What's your type? Mentally unstable wolf girl that will literally kill me. When Roxy runs out of power during Slex, and she goes into lockdown mode, cutting off my penis and trapping me. She was in the cowgirl position, and being made out of metal. She weighs too much for me to push her off me. I'm doomed to lay here bleeding to death until a poor maintenance worker finds my corpse. One has to go. Toy Freddy, 22%. Toy Bonnie, 13%. Toy Chica, 59%. Mangle, 6%. Throw me to the wolves, and I'll come back a father. Me listening to my manager scream at me that if I try to duck Roxanne Wolf again I'll be fired, arrested, and sued. Cool design. Funny voice lines. Good gameplay mechanics. Extremely attractive. When you squeeze the milk carton too hard and spill all over yourself. Me looking at Funtime Fox's Babs bounce while I drive over every speed bump in the city. My jawline after snacking on Rox's knee pals for 17 hours straight. So this is why I want you to cosplay as Purple Guy and slam dunk my throat harder than that race cart that slammed my face. Say less mommy. Scott before making Funtime Foxy. Scott after making Funtime Foxy. Coincidence? Aubergine degenerate. Funtime Foxy just vibing. You're liking animatronics. Everyone else calling you all furries. You forgot to wind the music box. Didn't you, Michael? It was only 5 nights they said. It'd be easy and not at all difficult they said. The 9-year-old in my closet after I didn't feed him for 3 months. The 5 Nights at Freddy's movie being a good movie, but is still getting hate from the internet. The Mario movie. First time. Me, darting. The whole class. Burglar, breaks into house. Me. Dude, it's just a movie intro. It doesn't need to go too hard. The 5 Nights at Freddy's movie intro. It's just the opening of the movie. The music doesn't have to go that hard. The Newton Brothers. William Afton was originally not going to say his "I always come back" quote. The 5 Nights at Freddy's fandom. Item my head out. Critics bashing the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie. Audience giving it positive reviews as well as a $40 million opening weekend box office. When you walk into the wrong classroom. I fear no man. But that thing. It scares me. You complete night 5 and 5 Nights at Freddy's 4. There's a night 8. Finn McFazbear. The most hideous thing known to man. Me. Throws mouse against the wall, since it's not working. Everyone at the vet. Me attempting to watch the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie in cinemas in peace. The group of kids behind me going yo 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 whenever Freddy pops up. Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy. Were you killed? Springtrap. Sadly, yes, but I lived. When you're playing 5 Nights at Freddy's 2, and you forgot to wind to the music box, there is nothing we can do. Animatronics in the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, the cupcake. Foxy is the most scariest animatronic. This mofo. Springtrap is heat. Me. Go to the afterlife. Or, draw 25. Afton. The entire class, when that one kid reminds the teacher about the homework. Defending themselves in an argument. Actually tries making a valid point. Your mom. I'm a minor. You're bowling a minor. Gives up. I don't have time for this. Oh yeah. Says 15 slurs. I know your home address. I'm at your front door right now. Matt could be like. Gregory is a robot. Golden Freddy never existed. William Afton is JJ. Adventure Animatrons are trees. Nightmarion is Mario. And Freddy Fazbear is a table. Who's that? Freddy from 5 Nights at Freddy's. Or. Me, having fun on a Sunday. My brain remembering that there's school tomorrow. I always come back. The 5 Nights at Freddy's movie. Work. If I had a nickel for every time Josh Hutcherson starred in a movie in which somebody pulled a no reverse card on a Henson animatronic killer robot, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. I finally found it. After 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is trash. Audiences and Five Nights at Freddy's fans. Nien. William Afton teaching the animatronics. When mom comes home with the pizza, me and the boys. The critics are right about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Shut the duck up. POV. The animatronics when you are not watching. Me when someone says anything about liking Five Nights at Freddy's ships. We are going back in time to October 27th to get a good Rotten Tomatoes score for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's perfect. First R is your brother, now R is you. Skibbity my friend. Original Five Nights at Freddy's games. Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. William Afton after Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and Pizzeria Simulator. Quispy. Five Nights at Freddy's. Crying child. Weep. Make the floor wet. Enemies have a 40% chance to fall on the ground and take 10 damage. Beg. 30% chance to make enemy lose next turn. Sad boy. Canon Five Nights at Freddy's fanbase. Lore fans. Merch collector. Book fans. Shippers. Old fans. Castle fans. When you're at the grocery store and someone is standing in front of the one thing you came for, so you pretend to look interested in something else until they go away. That moment when you forgot something important be like. Me learning how the animatronics are alive in Five Nights at Freddy's. What the? Me at Freddy's Pizzeria and seeing kids go to the back of the place with the yellow rabbit and not me. Me stepping into the kitchen late at night. The lights go out. Panic. You hear the Toreador march. Calm. You hear the Toreador march. Panic. I don't know what is so special about the Five Nights at Freddy's box, and I'm too afraid to ask why. Me when I ask Bing to draw an image of Springtrap, but instead it draws a furry. I'm the best Five Nights at Freddy's character. No, I am. Amateurs. What was that, punk? Amateurs. Five Nights at Freddy's. Mario. Elsa Gate. What it feels like to turn down the cold water in the shower. Okay, why did you just peep on the floor, kid? What do you call a fish with a long neck that goes, ha 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 ha? Fnaf. The average middle schooler. 5 unfinished homework assignments due when the weekend ends. It's Sunday. When the student tells the nice principal that they are abasing their students. Teachers. I always come back. Me and Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Why is this scary? Fredbear and Nightmare. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Kill children and stuff them into animatronic suits. Control them so that they kill all who get hired as security guards. The security guards are directly related to the dead children. End up getting figured out by Mike Schmidt. I always come back. I'll just wait for the next Five Nights at Freddy's audition. Me trying to explain the whole Five Nights at Freddy's lore in the last 15 minutes of class. If you can hear this image, you deserve a veteran's discount. When the lights go out and all of a sudden you see glowing eyes and hear the Toreador march playing. When I didn't get to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie in a cinema. Five Nights at Freddy's. How are you not dead? The man behind the slaughter. I have no idea. Five Nights at Freddy's. Elsa Gate. Five Nights at Freddy's Revenge. I'm watching the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie next Halloween. Five Nights at Freddy's. Me. Surviving a night at Freddy's. Forgetting how to use the flashlight. Me. Surviving a night at Freddy's. Marry Toy Chica or marry a ugly girl. Me. Springtrap in the game. Springtrap in the nightmares. Modern day Five Nights at Freddy's lore be like? Random bullshit go. Every other movie that got released this year, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, everyone. Five Nights at Freddy's fans, when they work at a pizzeria as the night guard and they forgot to pay the power bill. Toreador starts. Withered Bonnie fixed up with his guitar. Me after seeing the bite scene in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, struggling not to say, was that the bite of 87? Problem I said I would do tomorrow. Me now. Me and Five Nights at Freddy's. Elsa Gate. When Five Nights at Freddy's by the Living Tombstone is on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Man, woman, guy, straight, bulk, right, young, old, rich, poor, ugly, scrap trap. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Blumhouse. Five Nights at Freddy's games. Me and the boys waiting for the next Five Nights at Freddy's games. There aren't any bad things about Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott Cawthon retiring. Security breach bugs. Foxy and Bonnie being replaced by Roxy and Monty. Glam rock chica simps. Love taste toy chica simps. Have you played Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, Five Nights at Federal Prison, right? Me when I get stuck in a box. Whatever clip that someone head crop off. Markiplier, is that bite of 87?